The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. There he goes, left side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Oh, you got deep?
Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
13. Kill.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Here we go.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. A bad false start penalty there. Now second and 6. On second down, it's Coleman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered,
Here we go.
they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Chopper! Kill!
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Here we go.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Hey, come on.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
Here we go.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's third and a yard.
White. One, Omaha.
Garoppolo looks to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at their own 42. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. These two teams all tied after 1.
You got three down.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8. Following a good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. Here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing, Cousins. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Bailey's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, so they held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Here we go.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
54. Mike 54.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
21. Here we go. 13.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Open man is born. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me. What's that?
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A first down throw for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. A pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
21. 11.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive, because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the all-pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the all-pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that could alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Garoppolo now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to... I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo, he goes full extension, and he's got it. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Here we go.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Throwing his Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. Cousins on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Give to Cook out of the gun. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back.
Check, black.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
65.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. Out, Emmanuel Sanders. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Emmanuel Sanders, 77 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. What do you need?
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. On first down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
11. Hey, hold it. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw is Garoppolo. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
65. White. Right there. Buzz. 54 Mike. Watch the run. 11.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike, 54. Hey, Delta. 54. Watch the curl. 54 is Mike. 54 is one, Omaha. Watch 54. And
working from the gun, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 11.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. On first down, it's Cook. They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Throwing here, Cousins. Forced out to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they were stopped on fourth down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.